For our next session, we have Raghu Dharmaraju. He's the CEO at ARTPARK at ISC, which is advancing robotics, autonomous systems, and AI through translational R&D and tackling areas of intelligent healthcare and automation. Raghu also has vast experience in combining the best aspects of different ecosystems in startups and industry, research academia, or government for innovation driven impact. He has also created digital public goods and data infrastructure around combining and leveraging language, healthcare, and other data to create AI for social good or social impact startups and impact for India at scale. So let's listen to Raghu on his insights on multilingual societies and AI, and what can we learn from India's and his experience in building this out.
And thanks to the Nasscom team for having me here. My name is Raghu Dharmaraju. I'm the CEO of ARTPARK. Let me quickly share my screen here to get started. Let's see. So, I wanted to chat a little bit about what it's going to take and what does it mean to have an inclusive digital India, and how language, data, and AI plays a role there. Quickly about ARTPARK. We are a nonprofit organization founded by IISc. We work at the intersection of three ecosystems. Of course, the impact ecosystem of governments and nonprofits, research and academia, and startups and industry. And our mission is to achieve impact through innovation. And we do that through startups and social enterprises, platforms, DPIs and DPGs, and skilling. Now let's journey forward to 2025 to ask ourselves, what does an inclusive digital India actually look like? This was a cartoon we did back in 2021, well before all this LLM storm, well before ChatGPT kind of upended our understanding of AI. So in 2025, let's say Shanti wakes up with a cough somewhere in remote rural India. She launches an app called Sahayak, and she communicates with Sahayak in her native language, whatever that is, in the way she speaks. Sahayak understands her, takes permission, listens to her cough and other symptoms, and using other relevant data such as the Savdhan One Health disease surveillance platform, calculates an urgency score and gets her a telemedicine appointment because, well, even though the urgency is low, apparently notifiable diseases means that she needs to see a doctor quickly. So essentially, this was a motivation for key initiatives at ARTPARK, what we call as platform initiatives. Today, I'm going to talk about the language, data, and AI. Language is how we store and share all our culture and knowledge. Without language, we wouldn't be able to communicate with humans and machines to do complex tasks. There would not be any moon landing, right? No Chandrayaan-3. So it's a foundation of society, right? And innovation, of course. India especially is rich in that language diversity. We are proud of that diversity. Kos par badle pani, char kos par bani. And it's just not the bani, right? Not language. It's contextual and cultural diversity that, while we are proud of it, presents a challenge. Why? Because it's not represented in formal formats. Even on the ubiquitous World Wide Web, we are very underrepresented. You only need to look at Wikipedia. We don't feature in the top languages, and this is even Hindi. Right? Hindi has only about 6 lakh articles on Wikipedia. Forget about the diversity of actual Hindi, as you go from Rajasthan to Bihar. And it's to overcome this challenge, right? Because without this sort of broad language representation, Alexas and Siris or Google Assistants are never going to understand us. And as we learned during COVID, I mean, this is a true story. There were housekeeping staff that at my apartment complex that could speak three languages in a way that humans could understand, but they did not know how to get a COVID vaccination appointment, even though they had smartphones. How do we empower those people? That's the motivation for three massive open source data initiatives being run out of ARTPARK and ISC in partnership with Bhashini and support of friends at Gates Foundation, GIZ, and Google. Led by Professor Prasanta Ghosh, by 2025, we hope we'll have over 150,000 hours of spoken language representing this diversity. Uh, a good part of it annotated. But that sort of broad data collection is just the beginning, right? You bring together that data, you need to curate that. And anyone who has done this will tell you this is where a lot of the effort is, right? It's like ocean, right? You have lots of salt water and it takes lots of energy and expertise to make it usable water. Foundation models are still in nascent stages in India, and those foundation models are what are utilized by startups, application oriented innovators to develop underlying models by retraining them, if I were to put it simplistically, using application centered data. And while we do this data collection, we are also helping social impact organizations with thoughtful innovations. We've seen this before, a lot of excitement about AI and technology, but we often struggle when it comes to having the impact we seek using technology. And that requires a very concerted and a highly collaborative way of working between those who are close to those problems and those who are capable of developing technology. And we are proud to say that working with organizations such as Arman in maternal and child health and Belong in inclusive technology policy and research, we are building LM-based solutions for global challenges. We, in fact, with these great organizations, we are perhaps the only double winner of the Global Grand Challenge for Equitable AI that the Gates Foundation had recently announced. So, yeah, join this revolution. We are at a very unique time, uh, but the next few years will determine whether we have an inclusive digital India or a digital India that essentially serves the top 10% of the population. With that call to action, over to you, Amol. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Raghu, for that engaging discussion and insights on not just kind of how we can use AI, but also use it in an inclusive and equitable fashion to kind of make sure that we are inclusive and include the entire country in the delivery of digital public goods.